Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Excuse me, I haven't posted video in a while. Anyway guys, so I recently got Harper's Books. I've already filmed the haul. I'm gonna be posting it today. I just haven't edited it and shit. I've been kind of lazy bitch. So I've been rewatching Pretty Little Liars, and I've been like, what the fuck, like, mad at myself because I had all the books and I like gave them all the high price books like a dumbass. Anyway, so I've started rebuying them. Anyway, this is my review on the first book. And also I'm gonna be talking about the difference between the book, the difference between the story, the book, and the show. First, let me get into the girls. They're way different, like with their hair and stuff. Like for example, Emily's a redhead with freckles in the books, opposite of Shay Mitchell in the show. Stuff like that. I also Hannah is really she's really much a mean girl in the books. Something else that I forgot about was the fact that there's a lot of smoking in the books. Like there's a lot of scenes where like Hannah's smoking a cigarette. There's even the scene where Aria and her dad are talking and they're in front of the school and her dad's smoking a cigarette, which was not in the show. There was even a scene where Spencer's when she meets Ren, she goes works out the restaurant and she's smoking a cigarette and stuff like that. Little scenes like that they didn't even put in the first episode. There's even some drug use that was also up in this book that I forgot about. Anyway, yeah, it's great. I haven't read this book in years. Like this is like my first time reading the book. But I mean, I love the series because each girl has their own shit going on. What kind of bugged me, which I thought was kind of annoying, which I like that the show did different, was that, whenever the girls are getting messages from A, they end up, Aria and Emily end up talking about it. Unlike towards the end of the book, when like all the girls get the message at Alex's funeral, they're all realizing that they've all been getting messages from this person A, and blah blah blah, and they all keep talking to each other about it. Unlike in the book, when they all literally do it at the end. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, there were some storylines I did like better on the show than I did in the books. Like, I'm gonna be 100. One thing I did fuck with the books about that really irritated me about the show is that the Arya and Ezra, the relationship ends in the series, the books, and I wish it would end in the show because there were a lot relationships problematic as fuck. Let's think what else. Ah, God, something that also bugs me about the books that Spencer's family treats her like shit bad. Like when the situation comes out with what her and Ren did, and her sister catches them, the family like basically like slut shame Spencer, and they're like mean to her, and they're like not really nice or like understanding Spencer. They don't want to be so far Melissa's ass, which will really bug me. Yeah, something else that's interesting is the fact that in the books, Emily's, well, no, something I thought was interesting was in the show, Emily's family's a military family. But in the books, Emily's family's not like that. They're not. They're not a military family. And Emily has a bunch of siblings in the books. In the show, she's an only child. Oh, and this is my new Gossip Girl Tumblr. A show I've been binge watching along with Little Irish on HBO Max. Anyway, yeah, let's think about okay, you know, it's like, I mean, I do, I mean, when they were coming up with the show, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, man, I was like, Arya's actress is the only one who looks like the character in the books. The other girls don't look like the other actresses don't look like the characters in the books. Something else that I kind of wish they put in the show, which they put in the book, which I fucking love so much, is the fact that when Hannah steals Sean's car in the books, Mona goes with her. And she's there the whole time. But in the show, that's not what happens. And then, like, Mona's high as hell. When they get in Sean's car, they go to a gas station. And then Hannah goes speeding and then, like, crashes it. And then her and Mona leave. But it was obvious, because that would be like how A would know, because AKA was there with her. The first one, Mona was there with her. Something, yeah. That's basically what I have to say. Like, I bought like a box set with the first 4 books, so I'm rereading the second one. Um, what else? I would have to say my favorite. Gosh, my 2 favorite storylines in the book is Emily's, because I fucking love Emily. Emily's a sweetheart. I love her little storyline with Maya. Her boyfriend, Ben's asshole. Um, and I fucking loved Hannah. Well, actually, God, I liked Hannah's storyline a bunch, even though she's kind of a bitch. Honestly, the only storyline, actually, fuck it. I actually really liked all of them, but if you haven't read the books, I recommend reading them. I mean, they're way different in the show. Um, just like with Gossip Girl, same thing. Mm, I just kind of wish that in the show they would have had some of the same relationships, instead of like having the girls end up with people that were not in the fucking books. It just bugged me the fact that Hannah ended up with Caleb. Caleb was not even in the fucking books. I'm like, if you can have her end up with someone, have her at least end up with someone she dated in the books. Well, because in the show, in the book, she ends up with Arya's brother Mike. Yeah. And then in the show, in the books, Arya ends up with Noel. But in the show, in the books, but the show, she ends up with fucking Ezra, which is really fucking pisses me off. Yeah, this is basically what I have to say. And something else that I'm kind of, something else I think is funny about reading this book is how old it is, because the photos the girls have is so old school and shit. But yeah, this is the end of my video. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And if you've read the book series, also comment below what you thought, especially with the first book. What you thought. Something else that I thought was kind of scandalous that, of course, that I wouldn't put on the show was the fact when Emily goes, her and Maya, they go swimming in this lake, and they're like in their bra and panties, which I really thought was scandalous, but of course they didn't put that in the show. I mean, this book's a lot of scandals, a lot more scandals in the show, and I'm like, what the? And I'm like, damn, HBO Max, why the fuck can you pick up Pretty Little Liars? Shit, I'm gonna make a scandalous as a fucking book, as a book. So, love you guys. Peace. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I almost forgot something else that I found fascinating with the book compared to the show is I mean, the book series completely shows about that. When Allison disappears, the girls, they're in middle school. Yeah. Compared to the show. And the books has been like 4 years later. Yeah. Since Allison's been missing. Compared to the show when it was like a year later. Yeah. Which, I mean, I kind of get why they did that, because then we're gonna have them be middle school when that happened. They're gonna have them be in high school when Allison went missing. But I totally understand that.